Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be going through the slides about information on the Fire Nation, which is a made-up place in my own original universe called the Myverse. I've created slides for the Myverse, and pretty much I'm going to be doing a series where I read off slides that I have made for each nation to help my world building and to let you guys know about the universe that I have created and that I'm trying to share with you all. Welcome to the Fire Nation. The Fire Nation is on a planet called Vita. Vita is basically Earth on a 3x scale that holds magical things and people. The Fire Nation people have the ability to control and produce fire. Their nation is around the size of modern day America, but is more akin to traditional with a little bit of modern day Japan. The Fire Nation is a beautiful place that is big on growing and making its own things while also trading with other nations. Fire Nation currency. Fire Nation currency. Lava chips are equivalent to 50 cents, or 2 lava chips equal to $1 USD. So a simple, straightforward process and transaction. There are also non-currency transactions, but it is all about fair trade. So an apple for a bunch of grapes, or a basket for 6 spools of yarn. All of the Fire Nation's people are very determined to keep fair trade no matter what, whether it be money or non-money wise. So do not try and jack up prices. You will not get money and get reported and potentially detained. Fire Nation food. Fire Nation food is known for being spicy and very akin or exact to modern day Japanese cuisine. Not known for sweet treats, aside from simple things like tenghulu, vanilla ice cream, coconut ice cream, etc. Everyday foods can be things akin to onigiri and takoyaki, two dishes that are very easy to find, especially when walking the big city streets down past the stands and small shops on the street. Following examples of food you can find consist of Korean corn dogs, spicy dumplings, and spicy jerky. Beverages you can find consist of jasmine tea, black coffee, water for obvious reasons, and cherry juice, usually had by children or people who don't prefer coffee. It's also considered a sweeter beverage that people enjoy on a summer day, like something you would drink when getting out of the pool as a kid. The Fire Nation lands look much like Japan, but with a lot less technology than what you'd see on Earth today. The streets are beautiful and usually lined with cherry blossoms. Now on to the royalty. Ravi is the Fire Lord, son of Ruka and Ryo, older brother to Ren. He was made Fire Lord at 5, though his mom took over and is a great ruler. The royal family is an important part of Fire Nation culture. They are held up high and rule fairly. The royal family has ruled for many generations. Ravi's father, Ryo, even helped end a 250-year war between the Fire Nation and Dragonlands that was symbolized with a dragon tattoo. Ravi was born 1989 to his parents Ruka and Ryo. When he was 5, just after his little brother Ren was born, his father was murdered. Ryo died due to an attack in the castle where he was no longer able to defend himself due to an injury. However, at the time, young Ravi snuck out of the room where him and his brother were staying and into the sparring room wanting to watch his father. Unaware to the attack, he wandered in and witnessed his father being stabbed to the abdomen, changing his life forever. However, no one particularly noticed at the time, and neither did Ravi. He wasn't exactly numb to his father's death, but if anything, it just made him internalize toxic masculinity and be scared to do anything remotely feminine and have a very strict view on what being masculine and being a man was. For the next 10 years, Robbie did his best to provide a father figure for his younger brother Ren. However, being the ages from 5 to 15, he couldn't do as much as he wished he could. Then, around 15 to 17, he made a good friend who he entrusted a lot with, including telling him the truth about what happened to his father and how he felt about Ren. However, that same friend ended up betraying him just a little while after he had told him that, resulting in the scars down the left side of Robbie's body. Ever since then, Robbie has vowed to never trust anyone again and has struggled with even making basic friends. The entirety of Robbie's past before he ended up going to the college where the main story is set resulted in mild internalized homophobia and a toxic concept of what being a man was. Now, by the time he got to college, he was fairly closed off and had a lot of internalized anger, not even being able to cry as he viewed that as not being masculine and not being a man. Now, over the course of the story, he does make good friends and learns a lot about how his trauma affected him, including learning that he was in fact very far from anywhere being straight and very much liked men. And by the end of the story, he has been able to unpack a lot of the things that happened to him and is no longer feeling obligated to be a father figure to Ren and does not have the weight of a whole nation on his shoulders, metaphorically, and he is able to go back to the Fire Nation and rule as the Fire Lord after college with a lot of weight off of his chest and able to rule clear-headed. Alright, Pins, I hope you guys enjoyed the video where I described the Fire Nation to you as well as a basic overview of Ravi's past. I will see you guys in the next video, which will probably end up being Myverse related, knowing how I am. Bye, guys! Welcome to the Fire Nation. The Fire Nation is a planet called Vita. Now, a little bit on Ravi's history. As a child, now a bit on Ravi's history. Ravi was born 1989 to his mom and dad, Ryu, bro,